So our prediction number 6, as website speeds increase and ad serving becomes more efficient, we expect that the static banner will absolutely become a thing of the past, and 50% of all ads across the internet will be rich media enabled. So I promised you a good demonstration. We've been working really hard at Google to understand this intersection of rich media and social marketing. What does it look like? What does that nexus of rich media and social marketing look like in 2015? What does it enable the advertiser to do? Well, as you all know, Google has been running its own display campaign, the Watch This Space campaign. And it's amazing to me how intrigued people are with this notion of advertising. Well, folks, we walk the talk, right? And so what better way to show our clients that it works than to use it ourselves? So to that end, I mentioned when I started, we were live streaming this afternoon's keynote. What I didn't tell you is that for the first time in Canada, we're actually live streaming into a rich media ad unit. So we're doing that with about a 10-second delay. So our PR team could beep out anything inappropriate that I might say. But hell, guys, this ain't the Academy Awards. Should we test to see how quick their responses are? Let's not, but let's cut to media in Canada. Let it load. I'm going to speak for a second while they load. So we're going to show you two different things. We're going to show you a live streaming on media in Canada. There we go. I'll shut up for a second. Let it load. I'm going to speak for a second while they load. So we're going to show you two different things. We're going to show you a live streaming on media in Canada. There we go. I'll shut up for a second. Let it load. I'm going to speak for a second. All right, so I'm going to stop shutting up now. And I'm going to ask our team if they'd cut over to the Globe and Mail. I want to show you something else. So what you're going to see on the Globe and Mail is the live streaming. But what we wanted to show here, we'll cut the audio, but the users that are not in this audience are seeing us with audio. But what you should see here is live streaming, is live tweeting. So it's what we've got here is, think about this for a minute. We have our audience watching a display campaign with some guy talking about display advertising as we all watch them in a display ad, watching us watching them in the display ad. It's, you know, I don't know. We think it's pretty cool stuff. And when I've talked to creative directors at some of the top agencies in the world, this is the thing that gets them incredibly excited. Think about the possibilities from a marketer's perspective of what we can really do when we're streaming live media for a marketer or an advertiser into their ad units. And the Globe and Mail example is showing us how the users are communicating with us in real time. We have a live Twitter feed into that ad unit. So our users, our target audience, is able to engage with our marketing team through that ad unit in real time as we're talking about display advertising. So these live, social, rich media ads, we think, are incredibly exciting. And I think we've just begun to scratch the surface of the creative opportunities they afford in terms of the dialogue that is possible with display advertising between brands and their customers. What this is doing is creating opportunities for advertisers. It is enriching the user experience. And very importantly, it's allowing publishers to charge a fair value to the advertiser for the ad space on their website. And what that does is grow the overall display pie for everybody, something that we believe is very important for the macro industry. So that's becoming quite a pie. I want to go to our last prediction. And that last prediction is just how big a pie do we think this is? So right now, our best guess is we're talking about a display industry of $20 billion or so dollars. This is not interesting for all the players in this ecosystem if we try and figure a way to eke out another 5 or 8% growth. Our prediction is that by 2015, display will be a $50 billion industry. And we think Canada will be $2 billion of that. So already in Canada, your per capita investment in display is 20% greater than the United States, 3 times greater than the global average. So this is a market that clearly gets display advertising. It happens to be where I sold my very first display ad. But we expect that Canada will be an instrumental part play an instrumental role in innovating with display. Because of your internet usage rates, your video consumption rates, we fully expect to see Canada being a critical player, and our office here a critical partner to many of you in thinking through how some of this innovation can come to life, can be realized. So our sort of big takeaway here, the one message we want to leave you with, is that this is a market that is on the precipice of incredible change, incredible growth, incredible innovation. And to marketers, publishers, and everybody who plays in that ecosystem in between, there are enormous and exciting opportunities to be had. So that wraps our 7 predictions. We'd love to get your questions and comments in just a moment. That's the set. We at Google are unapologetically optimistic in our vision for display. Its golden age is right before us. And in fact, our top 1,000 advertisers have increased spend with us. I think I said 75% in the last year. So the future is now. We should be moving immediately. This is not something we should be waiting for. And to paraphrase Mr. Jerry Della Famina, we think that online display advertising is the most fun that you can have with your clothes on. So watch this space. Thank you very, very much.